So this week, we've seen the UK government getting serious about addressing the security sinkhole that is smart technology.
So, David, there's been some new legislation. What exactly does it concentrate on? Is there a bit on passwords by any chance?
Yes, there is. I should state that this is legislation that is being introduced. It's not law yet in the UK. The government have said that they're aiming to bring it in as quickly as they can, so as fast as parliamentary time will allow, which gives them leeway to leave it for a week, a month, or a year. But hopefully it will be the former rather than the latter. The Product Security and Telecommunications Infrastructure Bill, and it does indeed cover passwords for smart devices, internet connected devices. It will ban by law the use of those weak default factory loaded passwords, and state instead that any passwords that come by default on a smart device must be both unique and not resettable to a universal default, which is a brilliant step forward.
Are we approaching a time when isolating smart devices on home networks, so coming up with a shadow or a dual network, has to become more front foot? It has to become right there on the front page of the settings on your router app, because we've just got to get these IoT devices away from your primary stores of data. Yeah,
I mean, it should be, but you can understand why it's not, because we're looking at consumer devices primarily here. Certainly with the scope of this law is going to be consumer devices. And consumers don't care. They care when they get hacked. They care when they lose information, but they don't care enough proactively to actually go out and do things to change what network, to separate, isolate networks, because it's not made easy enough. We need to introduce some security by design in smart devices. I mean, this legislation is a good first step. The government admit it's a first step. It'll bring in, as well as those default password bans, it'll bring in a declared minimum period of security updates, which is good. So any manufacturer of or importer or seller of a device will have to say how long it will be supported for by way of security patches. And if there is no support, it'll have to declare that as well. And vulnerabilities that are found will need to be declared transparently to the public, which are good things. But until and unless we get security by design, so to address your point, Zach, when you install that new router, when you install a smart assistant or a baby monitor, it pops up a thing that says this is being installed to your isolated smart home network. We're not going to solve anything.